Hello, NBA fans. Every day we have news about the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm a Lakers fan and I ask for your help by subscribing to the channel and giving me your thumbs up. Austin Reaves is rapidly becoming a star and being selected for the All-Star games. But this is causing a major problem for the Lakers. Reaves will be a free agent, and other teams are willing to offer the player an astronomical salary. Several teams want to trade for Austin Reaves. The Lakers want to keep Reaves, but they will have to compete for a high financial value with other teams. Trading him doesn't make sense for the Lakers, and losing him for free will be even worse. Teams like the Houston Rockets, Brooklyn Nets, and San Antonio Spurs have already shown interest in Austin Reaves. Executive Rob Pelinka and the Lakers president have been clear and stated that they will do everything to keep Austin Reaves with the Lakers, even if they have to pay the player a very high amount. Will Austin Reaves leave in free agency or will he remain with the Lakers? This question will only be answered in the next free agency. Austin Reaves is all but guaranteeing his Lakers departure with his superstar breakout. The Lakers have Luka Doncic locked in as their alpha, and the franchise has created flexibility to build around him. That instantly goes away if Reaves is on a max contract. They can offer a 5-year $241 million contract, which is significantly more than the 4-year $178.5 million that Reaves can receive elsewhere. If the Lakers give him every dollar, they would only have room to put role players around Doncic and Reaves. AR has been the Lakers' most important player this season. They have outscored the opposition by 56 points in his 363 minutes on the floor. LA is 13.8 points per 100 possessions better with Reaves in the game if fans want a more advanced metric. He has been fantastic, which is why massive offers will be waiting. There are questions about the fit with Doncic and Reaves. The Lakers are 5-2 to begin this season when the star duo plays, but both are subpar defenders. Luka thrived playing with Jalen Brunson and Kyrie Irving in Dallas. He could do so with AR, but it is the front office that must believe that. Reaves wants to stay with the Lakers and may be willing to take a discount to make it happen, but teams will be offering a chance to be the face of their franchise. If he can get $44.6 million per year and be a superstar elsewhere, that will be difficult to decline. The Lakers need to do whatever it takes to keep Reaves. He is a second prime superstar who makes LA a serious threat to win the title. The NBA is loaded with talent, but Doncic and Reaves could be the next great Lakers duo for a decade straight. The front office cannot let them get split up. Austin Reaves is playing his way into a max contract. The Los Angeles Lakers will have to decide if they are willing to offer anywhere near it to keep him. He may take a slight discount to stay in LA, but not tens of millions. His breakout could be what has Reaves packing his bags. The Lakers can't afford to get cute, and this will be one of the biggest talking points of the season. Reaves will be a free agent, and fans will have to wait to see who wins the bidding for his services. Austin Reaves is all but guaranteeing his Lakers' departure with stellar play. Reaves may find his own team. The Los Angeles Lakers may lose Austin Reaves in free agency as his superstar breakout continues. He is averaging 28.6 points, 8.2 assists, 5.0 rebounds, and 1.4 steals in 36.3 minutes per game through 10 contests. Reaves is in the top 10 in the NBA in points and assists per game after declining the max extension, subscription required, that the Lakers could offer. He is searching for a massive payday in the offseason, and it may be more than Los Angeles is willing to offer. The Lakers saw firsthand what Reaves can do as the number one option when Luka Doncic and LeBron James were out. The 27-year-old averaged 40 points and 10 assists as LA improbably won 2 of 3 without their two superstars. Their only loss came on the second night of a back-to-back as well. It wasn't just the Lakers watching. Everyone knows Reaves will be an unrestricted free agent in the offseason. Teams will be lining up to offer him a max contract, which will leave Los Angeles with a difficult decision to make. Rockets could pursue Lakers star and potential blockbuster. The Houston Rockets are looking like one of the best teams in the Western Conference and certainly in the league to start the season. That was the expectation prior to the start of the season, and that is undoubtedly the case as we approach the one-month mark. The Rockets have huge expectations this season, especially after they acquired future Hall of Fame forward Kevin Durant this past summer. Houston has a chance to win their first title of the century and their first since the 1994-95 season. They have a long way to go in that department, as they may need to make a roster tweak to get over the hump. As things stand, the Rockets are slim at their guard position. More news: Lakers linked to six-time All-Star and blockbuster trade idea. Losing veteran guard Fred VanVleet for the season with a torn ACL was far from ideal, so the expectation is that they need to make an upgrade at that position. Houston has time to do just that, and a name they could be in line for is Los Angeles Lakers star guard Austin Reaves. According to Dan Favale of Bleacher Report, the Rockets could be a potential trade partner for the former undrafted guard. Fred VanVleet's ACL injury has left the Houston Rockets without a proven primary ball handler who's also a floor-spacing threat. And barring a sudden breakout from sophomore Reed Shepherd, the answer doesn't appear to be in-house. Houston might be reluctant to part with more assets after acquiring Kevin Durant. Then again, trading for and extending a 37-year-old star demands you operate with immediate urgency. The Rockets have all sorts of goodies to include if they make a run at Reaves. Short of Durant, Thompson, and Alperen Sengun, there may not be anyone who's off the table. Jabari Smith Jr. could prove to be an exception, since he just signed an extension and is subject to the poison pill provision. But that merely makes a trade harder, not impossible. At any rate, Houston has other assets that would interest LA, including Tari Eason and 9 incoming first-round picks. Any deal may need to be expanded to include more players and teams, but the Rockets and Lakers have the supplemental mid-end salaries to figure out something so long as LA is enamored with more of a draft pick-centric return. More news: NBA announces punishment for Suns' Dillon Brooks after Pacers blowout. Reaves is on pace to have one of the best seasons of his career. He's gotten better and better from his rookie year to now, and the numbers alone dictate that. Through 10 games this season, Reaves is averaging 28.6 points per game, 5.0 rebounds, and 8.2 assists, all of which are career highs thus far. The 27-year-old is in line to receive a massive payday in the summer of 2026. It's unclear if the Rockets would want to pay the piper, and if not, they'll need to possibly give up a ton to LA to snag Reaves in a trade. Painful DeAndre Ayton reality the Lakers will inevitably have to face. LeBron's return means the Lakers can no longer avoid the Ayton question. As the Los Angeles Lakers push through a tough road trip, the team's inconsistency has returned to the spotlight. Blowout losses to both the Hawks and Thunder showed that this roster, while talented, is still searching for its identity. J.J. Redick acknowledged as much, saying that recent performances are who the group is right now and that improvements are needed. That assessment applies directly to DeAndre Ayton. His early weeks in Los Angeles have included strong flashes followed by stretches in which he barely impacts the game. It is the same pattern that defined his stops in Phoenix and Portland, and it has already begun to raise familiar concerns. LeBron's return will change everything for the Lakers. The situation becomes even more important with LeBron James nearing his season debut. After working out with the team's G League affiliate while recovering from sciatica, he could return as soon as the next home game. His presence will reorganize the offense and determine whether Ayton's swings in production have been situational or systemic. Ayton has always had the physical tools to dominate the paint, but the question has been consistency. Reports from his time in Portland highlighted skipped rehab sessions and visible frustration over his role, adding to concerns about engagement. The Lakers were hoping that a stable environment would bring out the best version of him. So far, the returns have been mixed. On some nights, Ayton controls the interior, finishes plays, and rebounds with real force. But too often he struggles with contact or drifts through possessions, offering minimal defensive presence. His inconsistent motor and lack of physicality, even with Luka Doncic and Austin Reaves making his job easier, make it difficult for the Lakers to plan confidently for the season. LeBron's return removes several variables. Bigs historically thrive next to him because he simplifies their responsibilities and maximizes their efficiency. If Ayton still fluctuates between dominant and invisible outings with LeBron running the offense, the Lakers will know the inconsistency is rooted in Ayton, not the circumstances around him. Another concern is lineup balance. With LeBron, Luka, and Austin all needing the ball, it's unclear how Ayton will fit into an offense dominated by three primary creators. How he builds up consistency within that constellation remains a real question. The pressure on the Lakers will ramp up soon. J.J. Redick has publicly praised Ayton for screening, rim protection, and overall willingness to fit into the system. But optimism does not erase the need for reliability, especially as the roster returns to full strength. With more players available, the coaching staff will shorten the rotation and demand steadier contributions. This makes the upcoming stretch crucial. If Ayton can find consistency alongside the LeBron-led trio, the Lakers may finally have the reliable center presence they've been searching for. If not, the team will have to face a difficult reality. Ayton's talent alone may not be enough to outweigh the inconsistency that has followed him throughout his career. For a team with championship aspirations, that truth could force uncomfortable decisions as early as the trade deadline looms. Dwayne Wade issues blunt LeBron warning to Luka-led Lakers. Though LeBron James has yet to suit up and make his historic debut in his 23rd NBA season, the Los Angeles Lakers, led by Luka Doncic and Austin Reaves, are doing fine without the 21-time All-Star. With an 8-4 record, Doncic, Reaves, and the rest of head coach J.J. Redick's roster have put up strong performances through the first few weeks of the season, but the potential of adding the league's all-time leading scorer means there is still a lot of room for improvement whenever James does return. Speaking on his podcast, Hall of Fame guard Dwayne Wade made some bold comments on his friend James, Doncic, and the Lakers team as a whole. Most notably, the three-time champion said Los Angeles is not better with James on the bench, despite their relatively strong start. This style of play they are playing without LeBron excites everybody, because it's the future, Wade said, referring to Doncic and Reeves' hot start to the year. But, you are not better without him. James has missed the Lakers' first 12 games of the year with sciatica, which he has reportedly been dealing with since the summer. However, recent updates on the 40-year-old signal a season debut is nearing ever closer. Dwayne Wade on Luka Doncic and the Lakers. Wade's thoughts on the team without James aren't too shocking, considering both his resume and their tight personal connection. Yet still, the 2006 Finals MVP had a lot to say on Doncic, who looks like a rejuvenated player in Los Angeles after arriving in the blockbuster trade in February. With James out, it allowed for Luka to run the show. Obviously he's been brought in as the future of the Lakers. It allowed us to see Dallas Luka again, but also to see his evolution and his growth, he said. I really love what the Lakers are doing, shout out to JJ and the coaching staff. It's really good to see the adjustments they are willing to make in year two. At this time last year, the Lakers had the same 8-4 record, but that team looked completely different than the one that is taking the court now. Regardless, with Doncic starring, Reaves taking a bigger role, and a drastically different cast of supporting players, Wade thinks Redick is getting the most out of this roster, specifically as it relates to their new star. They've done an incredible job that creates a zone around Luka that allows him to play to his strengths, Wade added. It's been interesting watching an organization bring in a superstar and how they allow him to play to his strengths. So far this year, Doncic is averaging a career-high 34.9 points, 9.1 rebounds, and 8.9 assists on 47.6% shooting. The Lakers are only 21st in net rating and 17th in offensive rating, but with the help of the Slovenian, as well as Reaves, they are 5th in the West with the 6th best odds to win the 2025-26 finals, according to ESPN Bet. LeBron James injury update singles Lakers debut is soon. The former Miami Heat star's comments on Doncic also don't come as a shock, considering his incredible start to the year, but Wade made it clear that the team still hasn't reached its peak form until James returns. While there is still no date set for the superstar to make his debut, recent news points to his return to action being near. Lakers ruin guys at the end. Patrick Beverley explains why playing for the Lakers damaged reputations of some Hall of Famers. Pat Bev explains how the purple and gold haunted veteran players over the years. The Los Angeles Lakers are no doubt one of the most storied franchises in the NBA. Enjoying a global and loyal fanbase, the purple and gold has been home to some of the greats of the game. However, playing for the Lakers comes with its own set of expectations and pressures. While the California sunshine remains a pull factor, things are not as perfect as they appear from the outside. The Lakers have proven detrimental for several well-known names. The ugly side. There is no denying that donning the purple and gold is a badge of honor for many players. Still, there is a lot that goes on behind all the glamour and Tinseltown limelight. Recently, Pat Bev shared his honest assessment of the same. Melo played for the Lakers after he did what happened to Melo? Rondo played for the Lakers. What happened to him? Dwight played for the Lakers, revealed Beverly. The panel also cited examples of other Hall of Famers, such as Karl Malone, Steve Nash, and Gary Payton. Although most of the above names were in the latter stages of their prime, their stints with the LA franchise were marked by several disappointments and frustrations. Excessive pride among the organization and fans. The rich heritage of the Lakers comes with its own set of unrealistic expectations, which, on several occasions, has been a bane. The heavy media coverage has also ticked off many, including Hall of Famers such as Charles Barkley, who has called them out time and again. Back in 2022, Barkley did not hold back, taking a dig at the media's obsession with the Lakers despite their poor performances. The Lakers stink. It's a conspiracy. And then we got all these clowns on television who have to talk about them every day. It's a conspiracy. We have to talk about the Lakers are awful. We don't talk about no other 14 seed. Well, sorry. They're not a 14 seed. They're a 12 seed. We don't ever talk about the Washington Wizards, do we? Stated Barkley. Chuck did make a valid argument, but one cannot ignore that teams like the Lakers attract a lot of eyeballs and generate revenue for the league. There are only a handful of teams, if any, that draw the same kind of hype and demand.